You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Monday, March the 2nd. It's pretty warm early March day across Alabama. A few spots hitting 80 today. Everybody will exceed 80 over the latter half of this week. This will be the warmest week so far this year. The question is, when does rain return? A lot of new data is in the house. We'll take a look at it together. Here's the upper air look around the nation. The little wave is producing some scattered clouds and a few little patches of light rain, mainly north of Alabama today. We'll check the visible satellite view, and again, you can see for most of the state, nothing but sunshine. Beautiful day. Clouds over the Tennessee Valley are scattered, but the low levels are quite dry. We'll check the regional radar composite. And again, you've got some echoes over the Tennessee Valley. We've seen these off and on during the day today, and it's conceivable there might be a sprinkle somewhere over Limestone or Madison counties, but again, meaningful rain, no. The big story, it's the warmth. Check it out. Demopolis, 82. Selma, 81. Montgomery, Thomasville at 80. Otherwise, 70s on the map. And again, everybody will likely exceed 80 over the latter half of the week, except the immediate coast, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, because of the cooler Gulf temperatures. Gulf temperatures are currently in the low 60s now. Here's the watch warning map around the nation. Winter weather advisories from northern Virginia into parts of Maryland and Pennsylvania, New York. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Here's the severe weather outlook through tonight. No severe storms expected. Maybe some thunder out west. Some thunder from Little Rock up into southern Illinois and maybe for South Florida. Tomorrow, a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe storms for southern Kansas and parts of western Oklahoma and the far eastern part of the Texas Panhandle. Day 3, which is Wednesday, got a level 2 out of 5 risk from near Dallas-Fort Worth up to about Fort Smith, Arkansas. And surrounding that, a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk from near Waco, Texas to almost Cincinnati. And let's keep trucking here. Let's go to day 4, which is Thursday. We've got a risk. If you look carefully, you'll see that yellow in West Texas and Southwest Oklahoma. That's a risk of severe storms. And then on day 5, which is Friday, we have a risk defined from, again, Dallas-Fort Worth back up into southern Iowa. All of this stays west of Alabama. Now, at some point when this ridge breaks down, we might see some risk of severe storms here at some point next week, but we don't expect any severe storms through the weekend. This is the updated rain for the next 7 days, valid through Monday night of next week. And again, a very sharp gradient. You go from basically nothing on the Alabama Gulf Coast to 1.5 inches at the Shoals. Huntsville, 1.2, about 1 inch for Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. Montgomery, not much. And again, it's a function of that ridge over the South Atlantic coast, kind of keeping the rain north and west of that, and we'll just see how that breaks down next week. For South Alabama, it might be toward the middle of next week before good rains return. But let's look at all the new model data. Model fans, here we go. European, 12Z run, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Notice that big upper high over the Gulf, building in from the south. And that should make it warm and dry. Highs tomorrow, 70s and low 80s, much like today. This is Wednesday, same thing, warm and dry. Everybody will likely exceed 80. Same thing on Thursday, and you might mention a small chance of a shower for South Alabama, but the odds of any one spot getting wet, I would say under 20%, so we typically don't mention it with those low odds. And again, highs in the 80s, and really the same thing on Friday. Could there be a shower somewhere? Yes, but most locations just warm and dry. Saturday, as the weekend begins, no change. Most of Alabama, warm, dry, highs in the 80s. Maybe upper 80s in spots over South Alabama. It's going to be a warm weekend. The better chance of organized showers and thunderstorms off to the west. Sunday, really the same thing. I mean, it's just the same concept, is that the better chance of any rain and storms will stay west of here through the weekend. Showers should be hard to find. And a week from today, Monday, March 9th, we've got that big upper low that's over Baja, California. Again, the ridge beginning to break down, and that could allow for a surface front to come in here with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. No doubt next week should be more active than this week. In fact, let's go out 10 days and look at here. All of a sudden, a long wave trough from the Great Lakes down into the Deep South. That'll be pushing a band of rain and storms in here. This is, again, Thursday the 12th, Thursday of next week. And colder air behind it now. Look at here. The European is suggesting that Nashville, Louisville could see a few snowflakes here. But this is 10 days out. This could easily change. But again, for us, it would be cooler, obviously, for a brief time, with highs maybe dropping back in the 60s toward the end of next week once this thing passes, and lows getting in the 40s. Nothing excessively cold, but certainly colder. And could we see severe storms with this? Maybe. I mean, come on. This is mid-March. Climatologically speaking, that would be a favorable time for severe storms. But again, we just don't know that 10 days out. We'll be watching model trends. Rain between now and the 17th of March. The mean, it's up there a little over 2 inches. And that's based on the elevated rain chances next week. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. Look at those mid-80s. Wow. Into this week, into the weekend, then upper 70s for the first half of next week. And then notice how we fall off to 66 around Thursday, March 12th, when that cold front passes, and down to 42 by Friday, March the 13th. And the latest long-range guidance in the house. This is for March 10th through March 16th. Beginning to look a little different here with that trough beginning to form north and west of the state. And if this verifies, still where we are, temperatures a little above average, but below average over the northern states. And understand, we always have late-season cold snaps in late March and April. That's nothing new here, so we're not done with winter yet. But again, next week could be an active week with some maybe strong storms and then colder air toward the end of next week. Hey, let's roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. I'm way behind on the Kid Cam video. Been on the road a lot lately. First off, let's show these kids from DeArmonville Elementary School in the Oxford City School System. Had a great visit on Friday, and ooh, man, those cupcakes were outstanding. But that's such a good school with great teachers. We talked about how we forecast the weather, talked about weather maps, talked about weather observations, weather balloons, how we launch them, weather safety. That was a great group. So again, to everybody at DeArmonville, thanks a lot. And today I was in Shelby County, Montevallo Elementary School. First graders in the lunchroom. Love it. Had a really good session today. First graders love to talk about weather and learn about weather. And hey, check out those cookies. Yeah, they respect the Polygon at Montevallo. But we did some storm spotting for these guys. Listen, these kids need to know more about thunderstorms. They're not bad. They're good. They're a vital part of the water cycle, but you got to understand them. Talked about weather safety and much more. So again, to all these teachers and students at Montevallo Elementary and DeArmonville, thanks a lot for great visits. In recent days, you guys are looking good. All right, so let's check the schedule. Tomorrow, going to be at Rehoboth Elementary School in Houston County. Looking forward to that. Then I'll be stopping by Enterprise State Community College in Coffee County. Wednesday, Rocky Ridge Elementary School in Hoover. And then after that, it's Weather Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month. That means a program for the patients and families at Children's of Alabama. That's always a good day. That'll be a Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. If you're at Children's, come see us. We'll be in the main auditorium on the first floor. Thursday, Haleyville Elementary School in Winston County. Looking forward to that. Then Mountain Brook Elementary School. After that, that'll be a good visit. And then on Friday, going to be at Oxford Elementary School in Calhoun County. And then on Saturday, I'll be judging a chili cook-off to raise money for the Exceptional Foundation, which is a great ministry. They do great work. And hey, tonight's Monday night. You know what that means? It's Weather Brains Night, the weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. 7 o'clock Central Time, youtube.com/weatherbrains. I'll be on ABC 3340 News this evening, and you can catch my forecast every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous Monday evening, and God bless.